The true meaning of Paul's collection. Command 1 Corinthians 16:1-2. Now concerning the collection for the saints, as I have given order to the churches of Galatia, even so do ye. Upon the first day of the week let every one of you lay by him in store, as God hath prospered him, that there be no gatherings when I come. Paul's words here have often been twisted into a justification for Sunday worship or mandatory tithing within church walls, yet neither is what he was teaching. The context is simple but deeply instructive. Paul was organizing a special relief offering for the impoverished believers in Jerusalem, who were suffering under persecution and famine. His instruction to the Corinthians and likewise the Galatians was practical, to prepare their gifts in advance so that when he arrived, there would be no need for last-minute collections. The phrase, upon the first day of the week, does not describe a formal church service or an offering plate being passed around. Rather, it reflects the natural rhythm of life in the Roman world. The first day following the Jewish Sabbath was when business resumed. Paul was telling each believer to set aside something privately, lay by him in store, as God had prospered them, meaning in proportion to their income, not under compulsion or percentage law. This was to be done at home, not during a corporate assembly. It is also important to note that Paul never connected this act to worship or Sabbath replacement. The early believers met on various days, often daily, Acts 2:46, and did not view one day as holier than another, Romans 14:5. The focus was not the day but the heart, a readiness to give and serve the needs of the saints. When misunderstood, these verses are used to defend unbiblical traditions. Weekly offerings as ritual obligations, and Sunday as a divinely appointed Christian Sabbath. But Paul's teaching is clear. He gave an orderly method for generosity, not a new law for worship. His goal was unity and love within the body, where each member cared for another according to what they had received. True giving, as Paul later emphasized in 2 Corinthians 9:7, is voluntary and cheerful, flowing from grace, not compulsion. The Corinthians were to prepare, not perform. Their giving was to be an expression of the gospel itself, God's people moved by his Spirit, caring for one another in sincerity and truth.